On October 6, 2015, the head of the CIA, John Brennan, gets a call from an unknown number. This prank call was made by a 15-year-old boy from London. This boy's internet name was Dragger, and this call was going to shake the entire American establishment. But behind this prank call, not only this boy, but he had another friend as well. And these two boys had left the world's most powerful secret agency nowhere to be seen. 2015, they leaked thousands of secret documents from the CIA and FBI. They also gave Julian Assange highly confidential documents of the American government. These were the documents that contained all the details how the CIA had turned the governments in the Middle East, Afghanistan and South America. 108. These documents also contain that the American government has a technology rough which it can monitor every person in the world who has ever logged onto the internet. These two kids had to pay a lot of money to leak all these documents. But first, let's understand how these two boys hacked such confidential data. This is the story of two children who exposed the world's most powerful spy agency in front of everyone. In 2008, a 14-year-old boy was playing Counter-Strike on his computer in the American state of Virginia. While playing the game, this kid started using some commands, and this is how he realized for the first time that these computers are a very powerful thing. And if someone gets their proper use, then he can take a lot of such things from them that can also shake the governments. This kid's internet name was Default. This was the time when a hacker group called Anonymous was becoming very famous in America. This group used to hack different companies and government websites just to get attention. Default was very impressed with this group, but the problem with this group was that it was very difficult to trust anyone in it because some of its members were also police officers who joined this group to catch hackers. Meanwhile, Default got another hacker group called AnonSec. AnonSec was also a hacker group like Anonymous, 240, but these people only hacked websites and accounts for political and social motives. After becoming a part of this group, a whole hacking world opened up in front of Default. Default's first and biggest hacking stint was to hack the Windsor University server in Canada. He went into the financial records of this university. There he got the data of all those students who had taken a loan from the university. It was about $94 million. Default deleted all this data. Now, normally when hackers hack such financial information, they charge a good price to restore it. But Default had no such intention. He started considering hacking as a tool to get attention and bring social change. Default kept hacking websites one after the other, and there was a social or political motive behind every hacked website. And Default had now become a pro-level hacker. He was also very interested in cryptocurrency, and that's why he had 1,000 bitcoins in his hard drive, whose price today is around $66 million. Here, another man enters this story. 29-year-old CIA contractor. May 2013. This CIA contractor has been sitting in his apartment for a long time, thinking something. He has a very secret file in which it was written that the American government has the ability to monitor every person in the world who has logged into the computer even once, and his computer is connected to the internet. According to that man, this was a huge human rights violation which should have been stopped at all costs. But he had an idea that if he said this to anyone, then there would be a case of leaking confidential information on him, for which he may have to go to jail for the rest of his life. A plan came to his mind. He downloaded all the data, applied for a few weeks' leave, and went to Hong Kong. Because he thought that the Hong Kong government would save him from the American government. The name of this CIA contractor was Edward Snowden, and after reaching Hong Kong, he gave an interview to two journalists, which shook the whole world. In this interview, he revealed all the secrets that how the American government monitors people all over the world and violates individual freedom. This interview greatly inspired hackers like Default and Cracker. On the one hand, Default was very angry at his government. He decided that he would also teach CIA officials a lesson and show them how it feels when someone is monitoring your private life and data. That's why he teamed up with Cracker sitting in England. Cracker's increasing involvement in the Middle East of America and especially what was happening in Palestine was very much against the American role. These two boys formed a group called Crackers with Attitude. The first target was James Clapper, the intelligence director of the Obama administration. He picked up the phone number of Clapper from Google and hacked his email through that number. And through that email, he hacked all his social media handles. After this, his next target was the head of CIA, John Brennan. Not only did he hack all the data of Brennan, but he also made a prank call to him. The whole CIA and John Brennan were shocked. Hackers uploaded all the data of Brennan on Julian Assange's WikiLeaks website. It had all the confidential documents, which mentioned CIA's role in the Afghan-Iraq War and such technologies through which the CIA was violating human rights. In October 2015, Julian Assange published all this data. And all hell broke loose. The CIA had to pay $1.5 million damages on this data leak. Many of their secret agents went underground. Many people had to resign and the shame was gone. These two had not stopped yet. Within the next few months, they hacked everything from the FBI database to the Department of Justice website and leaked documents. It was a shame for the entire American government. They didn't understand who these hackers were. They both knew that whatever they had done, the CIA and the American government would definitely come after them. And that's why they were hiding their identity very well. After every 5 minutes, they would change the proxy and switch the IP so that their location would not be traced. The world's most powerful spy agency had not yet been able to trace these two kids. But then in September 2016, Crackers made a big mistake. One day, he was partying with his two friends in a drunken state when the news came on TV that a group called Crackers with Attitude has trapped the entire CIA. Cracker jokingly told his friends that this group is his. When his friends made fun of him, he showed them all the servers and proof. And this was his biggest mistake. One of his friends told the government about all this, and only 48 hours later, British police raided Cracker's apartment in England and FBI raided Default's apartment in America. Both of them were arrested. Cracker was sentenced to 2 years for being underage and being in the UK. But Default, because he was in America, he was given a very harsh punishment. 8/29, he was sent to a federal prison for 5 years and was fined $145,000. And his 1,000 Bitcoin hard drive was also confiscated by the government. These two children were sentenced to leak such information that was for the benefit of all humans. And whatever was said in their leaked data, exactly the same happened in December when the Biden administration passed a controversial law 856, in which the government was given the right that they can monitor the whole world without anyone's warrant. And who knows, when you are watching this video, you and I are also being surveilled. My question is only that is it a crime to leak such documents, 913, in which the wrong work of the government has been exposed, such work that is a threat to humanity? In this situation, I remember one thing by Edward Snowden: when exposing a crime is treated as committing a crime, you are being ruled by criminals.